Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, the Los Angeles Lakers have traded for Luka Dončić. To say I'm in shock about this trade is a complete understatement. Wow. I don't think there's. I've been watching the NBA since the 2016-17 season. I don't think there is. I've seen some great trades happen. Some huge blockbuster trades. Chris Paul for Russell Westbrook. I've seen Dame get traded to Milwaukee. So many trades to list that have happened in my 8-9 years of watching the NBA. But never have I seen a trade like this. AD to Dallas, Luka to LA. And unbelievable. We're going to go over the full details, but first I wanted to share how I found out about this trade. So, and I'm also going to share another story about how I found out about the Kevin Durant trade, which is another crazy trade that I've witnessed in my 8 years of watching basketball. So basically how I found out about the KD trade was taking a shower, got out of the shower, and 10 minutes you get in the shower. I was thinking there's no way a trade's going to happen. I'll be fine to take a shower because I was making all the videos for, all the YouTube videos for the trades. Get in the shower, 10 minutes, get out. KD's going to Phoenix. So how I found out about this trade, I was playing Madden, and I had my phone on, not faced up, so I couldn't see the alerts. And once I finished the Madden game, I grabbed my phone and I see a missed call from one of my friends named Sebastian. And for some reason, even though there were a ton of alerts about the Luka and AD trade and what had just happened, the only thing I see is the missed call from him and a couple of alerts about the Suns-Blazers game that had just ended. I think the Suns beat the Blazers, if I'm remembering correctly. And so I get on the phone, and before he can say something, I look at my phone, my alerts again, and I see all over the place Luka AD. I'm like, is this fake? And then then the whole conversation with him started about the trade because that's why he was calling me. And I'm starting to see 5-6 text messages from him about the trade. So what a huge trade. And it's just shocking to me. Why would the Mavs do this? Well, Nico Harrison, Mavs GM, has already talked about why he did this, and it was because of defensive issues. And I can actually understand that point of view of Luka's a poor defender. Anthony Davis is one of the best defenders you're going to find. And also, another guy they're getting in this trade, Max Christie, really solid defender. You're getting first round pick in 2029, which, think about this. In 2029, neither Luka Dončić or LeBron are under contract in LA. Luka, after this season, two more seasons. LeBron, after this season, only has one more season under contract. So who knows what the Lakers look like in 2029. So I think with what they got for Luka, I don't think you should be disappointed. But the fact that they traded Luka is where you should be disappointed. Was this? Did the Lakers go ahead and rob Luka Dončić? If you ask me, no. Did the Lakers go ahead and rob the Mavs? If you ask me, no, because the Mavs managed to go ahead and go out and get a great player, obviously not as good as Luka, but a great player who's under contract longer than Luka is, and at the same time get another great player who's young and has another 3 years left on his deal, and they get a first-round pick that is in 2029 where LeBron and Luka very well might not be playing in LA anymore, and that very well could be a really good draft pick for the Dallas Mavericks. So, do I like the trade that Dallas Mavericks made? No. Do I like what they received in this trade? What they are getting back for Luka? I would be lying if I told you I did, because I think this is a solid return back for a guy like Luka Dončić. But is this a trade that Dallas should have made? If you ask me, no. This is a team that just made it to the NBA Finals. I know Luka's a poor defender. I know that. But I think you could have improved defensively without having to trade Luka Dončić away. And I think with Dallas, with Luka and Kyrie and all the other pieces they have, if they would have made a smaller trade, I know they're not as good this year as they were last year, and I know they're the 9 seed, but I could still see them being big threats if healthy in the playoffs. But as good as AD is, as good as Kyrie is, and the guys around them like Clay and PJ and Lively and Gafford, great team around the two guys, Kyrie and AD. I mean, this is, I think, a really depth-wise, a really good team that Dallas has now. I just think that, I think Dallas has a better chance of getting to the championship, getting to an NBA Finals with Luka and Kyrie and the pieces around them than Luka and AD. And then we can go to, with LA. Me personally, I think LA is a little bit better off now. AD's great. Obviously, I like Max Christie. Obviously, they're getting rid of Jalen Hood-Schifino, who barely plays at all in this trade as well. But I still like this trade more for the Lakers. I think this pushes the Lakers to being a championship team. Dallas, I think it improves their team, but I don't think it pushes them to a championship level. Like the Lakers now, you got 2 huge superstars. Sure, Dallas has the same thing. And you got 2 huge superstars. You got Austin Reeves next to those 2 huge superstars. And really, really solid team right there that they have. Rui Hachimura, who he's just recently has been playing some really good basketball. So I think this Lakers team is more built for a championship now with Luka Dončić than they were with Anthony Davis. But look, I think you can look both ways and say this is not that great of a trade for either one of us, because with Luka, they're getting rid of their franchise player who is one of the best players to ever put on the Dallas Mavericks uniform, probably the best player to ever put on a Dallas Mavericks uniform outside of Dirk Nowitzki, and a guy who was just the leader of sending them to the NBA Finals last year. So that's where you can look at it not being a good trade for the Dallas, but look at it for the Lakers. They're getting rid of one of their top franchise players as well with a really nice young stud in Max Christie. And think about where the Lakers might be in 2029 and 2029, who knows? I mean, that for Dallas, that could become a top pick, and that's not even protected. I think that's another really bad thing by the Lakers, and I don't think Dallas would have done this trade if that pick was protected. But there's no getting that draft pick back. You could have made it top 2, top 3, maybe in top 4. I don't think. Maybe they could have gotten to the point where they made it top 2, top 3 protected. I don't think Dallas would have done this trade if that happened. But there's no getting that draft pick back, and look, I think there is a very solid chance the Lakers are not a good team at all, maybe one of the worst teams in basketball in 2029 potentially. And if they are, guess who's getting that draft pick? It's the Dallas Mavericks. So that's where maybe this isn't that great of a trade for Dallas. For LA. But, this is... It just depends where you want to look at. This is a weird trade. It really is. I think it's good and bad for both teams. It really is. And I have a hard time of deciding who's going to be better off in this trade. For me, I think I would say, looking at it now, if we're going to look at it now, the Lakers are better off in this trade. The Lakers, right now, they're winning this trade. But if we look in 4 years from now, when in 2029, when that draft pick is gonna, go to Dallas, and Dallas is gonna get that pick, it might be a different story. It very well might be a different story. Just all depends what that 2029 draft class is like, where Dallas is selecting the draft pick, and how AD is in Dallas. This is a nuts trade. And also, to finish it off, Utah's jumping in as well. Utah's receiving second-year player Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 second-round picks. The same friend that told me called me, and that's how I found out about this trade, said something while we were talking. It was funny. He said basically the Utah Jazz are the team that, or the person that was in the group project and didn't do anything but still got a free 100, which I thought was funny. But Utah gets Jalen Hood-Schifino and 2 second-round picks. Doesn't give up anything today. This is the second time Utah has made a trade today because Utah earlier got Mo Bamba and PJ Tucker, who's going to get cut, with a second-round pick and cash for Eubanks and Mills. So today, Utah gave up Eubanks and Mills and got Hood-Schifino, Tucker, Bamba, 3 second-round picks, and cash. So, interesting day for Utah. And a very solid young player who will definitely be getting a lot of more minutes in Utah compared to what he got in LA. Will have a chance to make a name for himself in Utah, in Salt Lake City. I think that will be interesting to watch. I know not a lot of people want to hear about Jalen Hood-Schifino and Anthony Davis and Luka Dončić trade, but Utah definitely got some nice little pieces there for giving up nothing. Let me know your thoughts on this huge trade. Just unbelievable. Biggest trade I think I've seen in my 8 years of watching basketball. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. That's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.